What's up, everyone? Today, I was playing this chess game, and I actually thought I was going to lose it um, because of how clever the attack was, and I actually barely escaped. The game started with e45. Um, then we moved knight to f3 and c6, and I'm kind of expecting him to move his bishop to c4 or you know, um, or to b5 because c4 would be the Italian opening and b5 would attack the knight, which is the only defender for the pawn. Vincetti plays the knight and I move out the bishop. My goal is to attack this pawn at f2 by developing my knight and getting in a position to attack. So here it looks like he makes a blunder. He gives up a pawn. So I take it, and here it actually ends up being a even trade. So you may be wondering why don't I just retreat the knight? And the reason for that is the queen actually could have taken the rook. So so this pawn here, if the knight is moved, then the queen could take the pawn, then the rook. Um, so I was kind of trapped here. But what I could have always done was move the king up a square, and have the queen defend it. And if if I ever wanted to try that, and then he attacks the knight. So now it's not looking very good for me. I'm gonna either have to move the knight or lose it. And what I decided to do instead is check him. So normally when I'm trapped, I usually try to check my opponent, and sometimes you could eventually get it into the better position. So I forced him to move his king. I wanted him to try to block the queen with a pawn. Then I could go in and fork the king and the queen. Uh, well, actually, first, what I was gonna do uh, was actually take the pawn, forcing him to take it with his pawn, and then you know, um, and then allowing me to win a pawn out of that situation. But then I just check him again. He moves, and this here I was hoping the queen would go for d6, and then after d6, I could have actually forked the queen and king. Uh, I actually didn't see the fork until later, but I decided to check the king. So right here, I actually get a fork, and that's where the game ended. But I feel like this is one of my best played games. I mean, I missed the fork the first time. It could have gone really badly. He could have. Um, Actually, he wouldn't really have been able to move at all that much, but it was still. Okay. I see why I didn't do it. I didn't do it because of the bishop. As you can see here, the bishop could have taken here if I had tried to fork him. Yeah, so that just allowed me to do it. Yeah, this is very, yeah. Hopefully, I could reach 1500 soon. I have about 2 more weeks to do it. But make sure you subscribe if you want to see that, and I will see you in the next video.